So spring is here. That means all of the great fruits and vegetables are in stock, ready to go. I'm gonna use mango today, one of my favorite ingredients. I'm gonna show you how we're gonna do it. But first, I'm gonna get some flavor down over some pork chops so that the mango has something to go over. So to do that, I've got 3 gorgeous center cut pork chops, and I'm gonna make a little bit of a rub to go right on top of those. So I'm gonna start by adding into a bowl some pepper and then a little bit of salt. First, I've got some Italian seasoning that has all the things we love. All right, one of my absolute favorites is ground fennel. You know I love this stuff, so I try to put it in whatever I can. So I'm gonna put the fennel right in there as well. All right, next I've got a little bit of granulated onion powder. And the last ingredient is just some smoked paprika. This is gonna be really good, nice and smoky, and a really great flavor component. So put that right in there. And then I'm just gonna give this a stir. All right, so we got a little bit of a flavor bomb happening. All right, and then what I wanna do is just get this seasoning down over these pork chops. So I'm just gonna sprinkle the seasoning. All right, and then we're gonna flip them because you gotta eat both sides. So you might as well season both sides, you know what I mean? All right, so I'm gonna put these over to the side, let these hang out for a second while I wash my hands and we get ready to make this amazing mango salsa. All right, so I promised you mango, I'm gonna give you mango. So I'm gonna make a mango salsa that's gonna go down over the top of these pork chops. It's gonna be really, really good. So we're just gonna start by cutting open this mango. Just like that. And then I'm gonna get a spoon and just spoon out some of the flesh of the mango, just like that. That is perfect. All right, I'm just gonna dice the mango up. And we're gonna use this as a condiment that's gonna go right over on top of our pork chops. Look at that, perfect. All right, so let's dice. Mangoes are gonna go right into this bowl. All right, so to the mango, let's add a few more really, really good things. So let's put a little spice, right? Sweet and spice. Let's do that with some jalapenos. So I'm just gonna slice, you know, half a jalapeno or so and get that right in here as well. Along with the jalapeno, we've gotta get some garlic. Garlic is a must in this whole situation. So I've got 2 cloves of garlic that I'm just gonna take off, peel, and then smash and get them right into this salsa as well. All right, so we're gonna get the garlic right into the bowl as well. Then with any good salsa, you gotta have a little bit of cilantro, right? So I've got some fresh cilantro. I'm just gonna chop and get this right into the bowl as well. While we're chopping, let's go ahead and add in the juice of a lime. We'll do 1 lime first. We'll see how juicy it is. If it's not juicy enough, we'll do another lime. But you know how limes can be. Sometimes they're juicy and then sometimes they're not. So we're gonna give this a slice. And then we will use a fork and just get the juice of that lime right in there. All right, I have a little drizzle of oil just to help lube everything up and everything goes together really well. So a little bit of oil is gonna go in here, and then I'm gonna drop a little bit of salt and a wee bit of pepper in here. All right, we'll give this a stir, let it hang out, and now we have a freshly prepared mango salsa that's gonna go on top of our pork chops and be really, really good. Speaking of pork chops, they have been marinating. Skillet, cast iron is nice and warm. So let's take a pork chops and some oil and get these on. So we'll start by adding a little bit of oil in here. Then the sound we want to hear. There we go. All right, so while the pork chops are working, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start the cream and the butter for our potatoes. So I've got a pot here. I'm just gonna put it on like a medium heat. I'm gonna add some heavy cream right into the pot. And along with that heavy cream, I'm actually gonna also add in a little bit of butter as well. So I want the butter and I want the cream to sort of melt together and become one. While the pork chops are still working, look, we've got a little bit of a boil happening with the cream and the butter, which is exactly what we want. And I've got a couple of sweet potatoes that I just sort of roasted off in the oven. I'm just gonna peel off the skin of the sweet potatoes and then put them right into that cream and that butter that's working out. All right, and then I just wanna give it a stir, just to sort of mash up and whip up the potatoes with the cream and the butter. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and add in a little bit of sugar right into these potatoes. And then we'll put a little bit of salt in here as well. All right, we'll give these a stir. And we'll keep them on low and let them heat through just until our pork chops are done. All right, so just when the pork chops are almost done, I'm gonna take a bit of lime juice and a little bit of butter and just squeeze it in here and start to make a little bit of a sauce right in the pan. And we'll put about a tablespoon of butter right in there. All right, so these pork chops are done. I'll take them off of the heat so that they don't overcook, and we'll let them sit out for a second and just rest. But they're perfectly cooked, golden brown, smelling good actually. And we'll cut the heat off. And I think it's a good time to go ahead and just make a plate. What do you think? And I'm just gonna put on the bottom some of these whipped sweet potatoes, right? With the heavy cream and the butter, a little bit of sugar and salt. Very, very simple to do. A great side dish. We can go ahead and grab one of these pork chops and we'll put him right over there like that. Why don't we do another one for good measure, huh? Let's not forget, we got a little bit of this mango salsa that we're gonna put right on top with all the good things happening. All right, a little bit of this lime butter sauce that we're gonna just throw right on top of those pork chops. There we go, perfect. Here's the final dish. You can see just how easy it was to whip up. You have to give it a try. The recipes, you know exactly where they're gonna be on my website. It's DariusCooks.tv. There's two things I gotta tell you, as I always do, y'all. Food is my life. Life, it's my food. Until next time, with food as delicious and simple as this, I wanna wish you happy cooking from my heart to yours. Bye, y'all. Oh, this is good.